we're making today, and it's a Dresden plate. This is the Dresden plate template that I used, and from bottom to the top is 8 inches. From one corner at the top to the other corner at the top is 3.5. From the bottom corner to the other corner is 1 inch. If you put 3.5, 1 inch and 8, then you'll be able to make this template to get the same size as what I've done. In from tip to tip, it's roughly about 18 inches. So there you go, but you can make smaller ones. Thank you. So let's get started. Once we've cut out all our blades from our template or our ruler, because we've done the largest size of 8 inches, we should have 20 blades. Now I've got 10 different fabrics, so therefore I've doubled them. What we do is sew them together, 1/4 inch seam, in a circle until they're all together. But to get them together, we pick them up in order. So pick them up in order. And what I would do, I'd pick them up in 2 10s. Now you could do more than one fabric, you can do 2 or 3 of your fabrics. You don't have to do them all different. I've used all mine. So basically there, if I check through each pile, they should all be in the same order, which is there. Right, to start we need to turn in, we need to sew each top. So get it exactly square. You just need the one clip just to make sure it's going to stay exactly where you wish it to be. And I would do from the fold out, 1/4 inch seam, make sure you do go back and forwards on that, because when you turn them out it's going to have a lot of strain and stress on it. I would cut off the top little bit, put your ends and turn, and this is why you need to go back and forth on each end, because of the turning point, and then you'll end up with a point. Let me just get the thing to push that out. There you go, and that's your first Dresden plate blade already done. Keep them in order by clipping them together. So that's the first one. Do another one right side together at the top. Just clip so it never moves. Put your ends and put across the top and turn. There you go, and put them together in order so you don't lose where they're supposed to be, and continue and do all that to all of them. So we're just coming down to the last 2. right sides together. Flip so it doesn't move. Make sure you go reverse over it again. Both front and back, beginning and end. Cut the cottons and trim. Make sure that I'm on a 2 point, you can do it less if you wish. Stitch length, turn through and poke to a point like that. Then what I've been doing is keeping them in order by clipping them all together. So there's my both piles. Check as you're going down to make sure you have still got them in order, and I seem to have. There you go. So now we're going to the pressing mat. So what I'm going to do is keep them in order, and I'm going to lay them out in order, and then that's the way I should put them down, and then I should collect them back up in order again. Yeah, so they're all still in order. Starting with this first one. Turn around down the other way, and you can basically see that you've actually got them square. Your seam line should come down into the middle. And then roughly iron, turn them over. Just make sure that you have got them together in the right place, and it's a triangle, and then press. And that's your first one. Keep them in line. Make sure that's in the centre. And press. Do the same to both of your tens. Turn them over. If you're not sure, that's it. So there's the first bit to give you an idea of what we do, and then just iron the rest. So I'm on the last one. Just recap. Fold it on its front. Make sure that seam line is dead in the centre. Just quickly press that down so it doesn't move. Turn it over and press. And that's, so I'll pick them back up in order what they were before. Click them together so they don't move, and yet again double check that you haven't switched any round by accident, and then we'll go and do some sewing. So what you do is pick your first two up, then you put them right side together, and then you make sure the points are together and their sides, and this is the side you're going to sew, and clip to make sure that nothing moves at the top while you're sewing down. And then this is the bit that you want to sew down one side. Just make sure that the points are still together, sides are together, and you're going to start on this corner. 1/4 inch seam, forwards and backwards. We'll secure that together at the top, making sure the sides together all the way down. And then backwards and forwards again. And then clip your cotton, and that's your first two blades together, and you've got a nice join just there. So you want your next one, and you need to do right sides together. Make sure your point is together at the top and your sides. If needs be, make sure it stays there. Clip it down this side so nothing moves down here. Make sure your sides are together. Here went too far off the fabric, but it is together in the right place, so just cut that just there and continue. Put them together all the way down the side. There you go, and that's that two together, them three, sorry, and keep going all the way down until you do your first 10. So we've done the first 10, and then we're going to press it, but before we press the front, we need to make these seams lie one way or the other. Now I've just gently put it down like that, and mine seem to want to go that way. So, and we all want them to go the right way. Gently pull. So just gently pull, and then go all the way around. Don't pull too hard. You don't want to stretch anything. And then what you can do is turn it around that way, and again just gently pull. There's no need to pull too much. All you're trying to do is make the fabric lie flat. There you go, and that's the first 10. So this is the second one, and I've checked with the first one that they seem to go in that way, so I want them to go exactly the same way. So just very gently pull as you're just setting them down all the way around, just on the back, and then turn over, and then you obviously have to iron that way. Gently pull, but don't pull too much. You don't want to stretch your fabric, you just want it to lay the way you want it to. So just gently, that's it, and then give it a press. So what you do now, you've got both pieces, is, there you go, just double check before you finally sew them up that you have got them all in the right order, otherwise you'll have to do some unpicking and sewing, and you put right sides together and sew the last two blades together. But that's my Dresden plate completely together. Now we have to figure out what we're going to do in the centre. I have decided to do a circle, and I put this lid across my Dresden plate in the middle, and I'm quite happy with this size. Find something you can draw a perfect circle on. This is iron-on interfacing, and the smooth side is on the top, and I'm going to draw across the top of this. There you go. Make sure you can see it all the way around. Put that on top of my fabric and pin. Right, we've pinned your fabric apart. Snip into the interfacing and make a slit in the centre, and then very gently pull the fabric through. Once you're happy that you've got everything out, and everything's lying okay, because you can't press this yet till you get it into place. Make sure there's no interfacing showing on this side. If you wish, just go around once more. Making sure it's coming out into a complete circle. And once you're happy with that, then we'll take it to the Dresden. So this is the piece of fabric I've chosen to put my Dresden plate on, and then what you need to do is fold it in half one way, make sure it's central, and then fold down the crease down the fold line, then turn it the other way, make sure you've got it together perfectly central together. And then fold down the crease line just in the centre one this time, because actually no, you can do it all because we can centre it up in more than one place. There you go. So now you should have lines. You can probably see them better on the back. But there are my lines. And there's the ones on the back that you can see I've made. Now the reason we've made this cross in the centre of your fabric is so you can centre your Dresden plate in the right place. I've got my white at the bottom, my white at the top, and then I can put the point on the bottom line, the point on the top line, make sure that the cross is in the centre, make sure my points are on there and there, at the side, at the centre. Flatten it out as best you can, and then that way you can centre your centre block. So whatever you choose to put on the centre, you can't iron this yet obviously to put the creases in, so fold it in half and crease as best you can, and fold it the other way in half and crease. And then you should have a cross going across your centre, and then hopefully with that you'll be able to line that up as roughly as possible to make sure that you've got it in the right place. So I've got it pointing up to there, pointing down, across that one and across that one, and then if you have a quick look you can see roughly where you are. And then once you're happy that that's in the centre, then you take a deep breath and press. And you're done. And it's too late to back out now. Pin the rest of your Dresden plate on where you want it, where you've just placed it so it doesn't move, all the way around. So there's my Dresden plate pinned to its back, and what we have to do now is sew all the way around to secure it to the backing fabric. So again, I like a zigzag to put mine on. You might choose another stitch completely different. I've got my zigzag on width 3.5, length 1.6. Start in a corner, needle down next to your fabric. No, you can see I went that way instead of going that way. So you just take that out, pull, and it should come off because it wasn't secured. I never went back. So make sure that your needle is the right side, which is this side to start, which is in the fabric, and then it will go that way on its first jump, and then you always go back a couple to secure it, and then very gently, and then when you stop, always stop at the point of the needle in your backing fabric. That's more or less on the point. If you're not happy that it's not exactly on the point, you can always do your hand wheel. It's gone into the point and it's now in the point on the backing fabric. Do your hand wheel if you're not sure of your edges in your corners, and then manipulate your fabric to suit you. And do that all the way around, including your centre. Always stop in the centre on the down corners on your dips. Turn your fabric and away you go. And continue that way all the way around. I've done all the outside and now I'm going to do the centre. So put your needle in the centre of your fabric. Take any pins out, make sure they're not in the way. And very slowly, if you can turn your machine down, then do. You want one stitch on the outside of your fabric and the other one on the inside, attaching your circle, making sure to keep this side next to the fabric, so it also almost makes it invisible. Anytime you're not happy, stop, lift, flatten out your fabric. Don't forget, there are no such thing as quilt pleats. It is your quilt. You do it to your best ability and how you wish to do it. When you get back to where you started, you must go back and secure your cotton and then go forward and then finish. And there you are, one completed Dresden plate.